shut today and also yesterday, but it has been business as usual in some other avenues. What's really happening with the finance world? Let's go over to Mark. Mark, take it.
Thanks very much, Gautam. And let's begin with the top line. And government plans to introduce 5 new labour bills in the second half of the budget session. Industrial Relations Code Bill, the Wage Code Bill, the Small Factories Regulation of Employment and Conditions of Services Bill, and the Shops and Establishments Amendment Bill, also the Employees Provident Fund and Miscellaneous Provisions Amendment Bill. These bills in the second half of the budget session. The Russian government has approved a deal for ONGC to acquire 15% stake in the Vankor oil field. This is for US dollars 1.3 billion. Now, Vankor produces about 440,000 barrels per day. It mainly supplies to China. ONGC has signed a deal to raise its stake in Vankor to 26% from 15%. And India gets access to Russia's oil output, while Rosneft gets access to the Indian market, which is the largest shareholder. And Gazprom, which is the marketing and trading company, it will be selling 4 LNG cargoes to the Indian company Gujarat State Petroleum Corporation. This is between June and March of 2017. This is following a recent tender. This is according to sources, and Gazprom is controlled by the Russian government. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley will meet top Australian investors and leaders next week. He's going there in a strong pitch for foreign investments into India from Australia's cash-rich sovereign funds. Now, Jaitley is arriving in Sydney March 29, and he's been on a 4-day visit accompanied by a high-powered business delegation from industry, Ministry of Finance, RBI and SEBI. And according to Premier Li Keqiang of China, their economy is showing signs of stabilizing, though its transformation won't be easy in the near term. The massive Chinese economy expanded last year at its slowest pace in 25 years. So China is changing its growth driven to consumers and services rather than, exports and debt-funded investment, which it was earlier. The Union Civil Aviation Minister Ashok Gajapati Raju has said that the new National Civil Aviation Policy, it's likely to be out next month, and the minister told reporters that the country needs 4 modern airports, 2 on the west coast and as many on the east coast. A tussle has ensued between established carriers and startup airlines over the 520 norm. With the latter, that's the new entrants, they are seeking the scrapping of it. And the proposed policy also seeks to boost the Indian aviation sector, which has high growth potential, as we can see. And it also wants to strengthen regional connectivity. It has suggested tax incentives for airlines, maintenance and repair works for aircrafts, besides 2% levy on all air tickets to fund regional connectivity scheme. And another significant proposal is also 50% FDI in domestic carriers in case the Open Skies policy is implemented. Now, under the Open Skies policy, overseas airlines can operate unlimited number of flights into and out of India. At present, FDI is 49%. The FMCG company ITC Limited, it has acquired the India unit of an Australia-based agri-biotech company, Technico Limited. This is for 121 crore rupees. This is also to consolidate its presence in the agribusiness segment. Now, ITC had acquired the entire equity stake of this company, a seed potato producer, Technico Agri Sciences Limited, India, which was a wholly owned, the wholly owned subsidiary of this Australian parent company. Now, the acquisition was completed on the 22nd of March, according to a statement of this company. Now, as banks close their books for the financial year, there may be some stressed assets of steel makers that are causing concern. The banks have asked the government to seriously consider a specialized funding organization of the steel industry on the lines of Power Finance Corporation. Immediate impact of about 50,000 crore rupees worth of steel loans could be added to non-performing assets. Now, the gross non-performing assets in the steel sector as of September 2015 was at 8.4%. Now, this is expected to rise to nearly 12% by March 2017. Now, lenders hope that the steel demand is going to go up, with government's focus on infrastructure, with the thrust on highways, railways and smart cities. Well, that's about it in the finance world today. Back to you, Gautam.
Thanks a lot, Mark.